What's up, everybody? It's me, Melonie Mac here, and I wasn't even going to touch on this topic because I didn't feel informed on what all happened, but I got so many people tagging me and asking me to talk about it, the whole G4 and Froskurinn sexism in gaming discussion, and I finally have just caved because I've had so many people ask me, and not only that, but I'm seeing social media in general they just took off with this and have been going with it. So I'm going to weigh in. Finally, let's go. Now, I'm going to share a little bit later in the video some of my opinions on Froskurinn, what she said. I'll show a little clip for those who don't know.
Sexism in gaming. In joining G4...
This is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I had no idea.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts.
And you can watch the full video on G4's Twitter. They shared it there and all that kind of stuff. Now, before I continue, this is not, I mean, no disrespect to Froskurinn or any other people in this space who have said things that differ from me. I may disagree with them, but I follow a lot of them. And I share my opinion, and just like I share my opinion, they're allowed to share their opinions, and they don't have to have the same opinion as me for me to follow them or like them as human beings. So I will say that, and I'll also say don't come for anybody if you think whatever I'm saying applies to them, because again, they're entitled to opinions just like I am. All right, so now I got that out of the way. I think the whole idea or the whole notion that gamers are sexist as a whole or the majority or anything like that is absurd. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But I feel like the most common one being, and if you look at really a lot of the people who are saying these things, or look at female streamers and stuff, okay? I do see some of them make tweets about how problematic men are and how sexist gamers are, okay? And again, they're allowed to have their opinion, but I do find it odd because for us female streamers, we are like no comparison. Our audiences are vast majority are male. Okay. I don't care if gamers are supposedly 50-50, 60-40, whatever. People who watch Twitch are mostly men. And so to get on here and say gamers are sexist while you're doing this as your full-time job, I don't see how that makes sense. If gamers were truly sexist, I wouldn't be in a job. I'd have another job. This would not be able to be my job. If gamers were so sexist, I wouldn't have, the followers that I do and the support that I do with a 95% male demographic. Okay? That said, people can be jerks. Also, the internet, people can be harsh and people can be mean. And when they do that, they typically go for the low-hanging fruit. What is a low-hanging fruit insult you're going to make toward me? Okay? I'll tell you. One of the most common ones I get is about my voice. I got an annoying voice. I know it. That's one of the top ones I get. Other things? Oh, people are going to insult me for my body type. They're going to tell me they don't like my hair, or they don't like my tattoos. I'm not girly enough, or whatever it may be. Okay? Because that's the low-hanging fruit, easy stuff that they see. And that's what they go for. Does it make it okay? Does it justify it? No. But that doesn't make them sexist. It just means that's what they picked apart on me to talk about. Okay? There are some comments to be said that can be perceived as sexist, but does that make the person saying them inherently sexist? No, they're just a jerk on the internet spouting out crap. I can guarantee you, you put a ginger in front of a camera, a ginger man, like think of the pastiest, whitest, gingerest of man, okay? He don't stand a chance on the internet. He don't stand a chance. You know, if somebody's gonna get insulted for things that they cannot help, it will be a ginger man with freckles, the whole nine. They will receive it like no other, okay? So that's just how it is. People are going to make low-hanging fruit insults at other people if they want to just be insulting. All right? Now, I will say, and while there are some girls who make tweets or complaints about talking about how sexist gamers are, I don't even think that women are the biggest proponent in sharing this information. Well, it does happen, and recently had that Froskurinn discussion, and she's a woman, and so, but I'm just saying, men are way more insufferable on this. It's the male feminist allies that are the most insufferable on this. They love any opportunity to put other men down. They love it. Because this whole pick me thing, you want to talk about pick me, and I'll get called that for this video, but you want to talk about pick me, I ain't seen nobody a pick me as bad as these feminist ally men. They will jump at any chance to hate on other men. You know why? Because it makes them feel like I'm not like other men. I'm better. Date me. Yeah, you should totally. Yeah, that's right. Man, girl, I'm telling you, men are so sexist. Oh, I apologize for my gender, by the way. Yeah, maybe this will give me some points with you. That's what it is. It really is. And so you'll find that maybe some girl will make a statement or talk about how somebody said something negative to her that bothered her, and especially pertaining to her gender. Oh, these men are gonna jump on that opportunity to knock all the other men. And not only that, if you're a girl that doesn't follow that narrative, they're gonna call you a pick-me because they're projecting, because that's exactly what they're doing, okay? These dudes love to call girls like me a pick-me because I don't attach my emotions to things and I want to see data, and I'm not gonna argue with the data, but I'm a pick-me, okay? Let's talk about data, all right? Because if you want to see who gets the most hate on the internet, okay, it's men. They have researched this and looked into it. Because, yeah, sometimes it's like, it feels, I know as a woman, it would feel different. It would feel like, yeah, I think women get more hate than men online because I'm the one seeing the hate I get, and I'm not seeing the hate that the men get as much. So it would feel like it, but it's simply not true. Look at the data. I mean, they've done studies on this. Men get more hate online. Look at Facebook's study recently, their whole algorithm to stop hate speech. 90% of hate speech was directed toward white men. We gotta stop attaching our emotions to everything and wake up to the big picture here, okay? I don't really have much room to talk about how sexism is so alive and rampant when men are getting more hate than me on the internet. It's just how it is. Overall, this isn't so much of an identity issue. It's just there's mean people on the internet, period. Okay? And you kind of have to navigate that however you will. Whether it will be you don't want to be on the internet anymore because you can't deal with it, which I don't even totally blame you, because it will drain the absolute life out of you to see insults every single day. It sucks. It does. But it's the nature of being on the internet. But what can we actually do to stop this? All we can do is focus on ourselves and being good people ourselves and try to encourage, but it's just how it is. It's just how the internet is. Okay? They're just a lot of hateful people, or what it truthfully is a lot of hurting people. and hurt people hurt other people. And that's what it is. But also, when it comes to hosting or any type of thing like that, people typically don't like to see a new host, and it takes a while for them to warm up. When I've done hosting for GameStop TV or League of Legends, All Chat, for example, things like that, things that were ongoing, and I was like a new face on an ongoing thing. And they didn't know me. It's different. When I create content, people watch my content. They know what they're going to see. They're there for me. But if I'm on GameStop TV, people are seeing me who don't even know me. And so I got to warm up. They got to warm up to me. Or I got to warm up to them. All that kind of whatever. And so at first, when I host anything I host, at first there's going to be some hate. And it's usually how it goes for everybody. There's going to be hate toward a new host, period. And then after some time, they'll like you more because they're more used to you. And it happened every single time I've done any type of hosting like that. Hate at first. I get my voice made fun of, get called names all the time, whatever. So I just get through it. And then sure enough, after some time, then they like me for the most part. And then once I leave, they're like, oh my gosh, where'd Melonie Matt go? She was my favorite. It's how it is. That's just how it is. And so it's tough. But, you know, ultimately, I'm able to do this as a job. I've been able to do this as a job for 12 years. And it is what it is. I wouldn't be able to do this. I think that what happens so much, and what the internet has done, is taken words and it has severely overused them to the point to where the actual cases that they apply to aren't being acknowledged because we've had the words thrown around so much. People are so quick to throw around the words like sexism, for example. And we're seeing it so much that when actual sexism goes on and it calls someone a sexist, that word has so little meaning now because people overuse it to the point to where people really aren't sexist and they're being called that. Then actual sexist people, if someone's like, oh yeah, that person's sexist. Well, I don't know. Are they? I'm so used to the word being so overused, you can't even take it serious anymore. It's starting to lose its meaning. So yeah, that's where I'm at. In the case of Froskurinn, so I said I was going to go over this later more. I understand her frustration because she's seeing these mean comments all the time. And they are going for the low-hanging fruit topics, okay? They're comparing her to the previous host. And it's not fun. Trust me. When I've hosted something and I was compared to the previous host, I hated it. I hated seeing it. I don't want to be compared to who was before me. It was hurtful. It sucked. And it could be very demoralizing. So, yeah, I get her frustration. I totally get it. But I do not think that people making comments are inherently sexist. I think they're just jerks. And they picked a low-hanging fruit thing to comment. That said, I understand why she's upset. I'm glad that G4 let her use the platform to express herself, because I think being able to express ourselves is good. So I don't agree with a lot of her points, but I do think that she's entitled to her opinion, and I do understand why she would be frustrated. So because I've been there too. I don't necessarily think that the course of action she took was the best way to handle it, but you know, what do I know? That was her decision, and I respect it, even if I don't totally align with it. So that's that. That's my opinions. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.